Every day, ride-hailing apps collect the exact location and personal contact details of millions of people. When those platforms fail to mask that data, they effectively hand strangers a direct line into our private lives. Millions of users summon a ride with a single tap, trusting that the system has vetted the person pulling up to their doorstep. We prioritize the convenience of the click over the security of the information behind it. A young woman in Ghaziabad booked a bike taxi for a routine trip. She even posted a quick, lighthearted video of the ride to her social media, adding the caption, "I'll just book a Rapido bike. What could possibly go wrong?" When we take these rides, our focus remains entirely on the physical journey, watching the GPS to ensure the route is correct. This focus on physical safety often masks the permanent data transaction happening in the background. In this specific case, the physical journey went exactly as planned. The rider navigated the streets, reached the destination, and the passenger stepped off the bike without incident. The app showed the trip was completed. But while the physical service ended at the curb, the digital door between the driver and the passenger remained wide open. Stepping off the vehicle marks the moment the driver has both the payment for the trip and your direct personal phone number. This diagram illustrates the core problem. The platform facilitates a temporary data exchange to coordinate the pickup, but as the physical route disappears, the digital connection remains active. The system lacks a mechanism to retract your information once the ride is over. After the drop-off, the passenger went inside, settling back into her home. The transaction appeared finished. Shortly after, her phone buzzed. She began receiving a series of WhatsApp messages from an unknown, unsaved number. The sender quickly identified himself. The message read, "Didn't recognize me? I just dropped you." He used the contact info provided for the ride to comment on her appearance. He told her she looked cute, specifically writing, "You looked nice in traditional clothes." A hired service provider took the operational data required to do his job and weaponized it to invade a customer's private digital space. The messages continued. He asked for her age. He asked if she lived alone. Then he suggested meeting her at 4 p.m. the next day. When a stranger knows your face and your exact drop-off location, a direct message becomes a direct threat. The app used to hire him had no control over his actions once he left the platform's interface. The passenger immediately blocked the number to cut off communication. She then took screenshots of the conversation and posted them online, exposing the flaw in the system. Rapido issued a public apology on social media, labeling the driver's conduct unethical and completely unacceptable. Reactive PR statements and driver suspensions provide little protection against personal data breaches. Suspending a driver after the fact does nothing to delete a passenger's number from a stalker's device. An apology tweet might stabilize a company's reputation, but it cannot erase your phone number from a stranger's phone. Once that data is out there, the passenger is on their own. This vulnerability stems from the foundational architecture of the platform itself. It is a systemic design choice that prioritizes rapid connection over individual privacy. The solution is number masking. Both parties connect through a cloud server. Instead of seeing a personal phone number, the driver only sees randomized, encrypted digits. The moment the ride ends, the proxy permanently severs the connection, isolating the two parties. Implementing this masking infrastructure costs time and money. Until tech platforms prioritize this security over hypergrowth, passengers are actively trading their personal safety for a cheap commute. Navigating the modern gig economy requires a state of hypervigilance. Users must assume their data is vulnerable unless the platform explicitly proves it's protected. To protect yourself, strictly utilize the in-app calling and messaging features when communicating with drivers. Never share alternative contact information or call them directly from your personal phone. ऐसे प्योर वैल्यू बारे कंटेंट सबसे पहले देखने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं। पूरा वीडियो देखने के लिए थैंक यू सो मच। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में।